Good morning. Today we're going to talk about how to create a new action in Photoshop and using that action to batch a series of images within a folder. So what you need to know is basically anything that you can do to one individual photo, for the most part, can be done to a series of images that you have saved to a folder by running an action. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create an action. You can do this by opening your Actions panel, which will be located under Window and under Action if you don't have yours open. And then from there I need to create a new action. So I'm going to go to this little lined button on the upper right hand corner of my Action panel, and I'm going to create a new action. And from there I'm going to call this High Contrast Desaturate. I'm going to press Record. And what you're going to notice is when I press record, this little button here is going to turn red. That's how you know it's working. Boom, here we go. And you'll also see that the name is now saved underneath my Actions panel. So everything I do from here on out, Photoshop is going to record. So first things first, I'm going to do what I would want to all these images. In this case, I'm going to desaturate it. And then I'm going to equalize it, which should up the contrast a little bit. And then I'm going to auto-tone it, which didn't do a heck of a lot. Let's see about the contrast. Alright, not bad. And let's say I was happy with that. I'm going to stop recording the action. Something to mention, this is not a place where you're going to dodge and burn, because the places that you would dodge and burn would be different in different areas. This is for really big sweeping things that need to happen, like desaturating or equalizing, like adjusting the levels or the hue of saturation, your DPI. Those are the kinds of things you can do while batching or creating a new action. In fact, I forgot that I should probably save my file when I'm done. And now, stop recording. Alright, so from here on out, I'm going to close this. And I'm going to go File, Automate, Batch. This is the part where it's going to take all of the files that I have in my folder and batch them. So first you're going to check and see that the action that you want is actually selected. There's a whole bunch of already made things, for example, adjusting to 300 DPI, which is very important, or desaturating. And from here, I want to desaturate in this particular case. And the folder that I want to choose the one that I have saved to my desktop, which is here. Is here. You're not going to let me do that? Alright, and I have my More folder. I thought it was this one. And I've selected my Source folder, which is where all of the files I want to change are currently located. And I'm going to press OK. And then I'm going to choose my Destination folder. Now, I usually just make a copy to begin with of where it is that I want to save my files, so that I don't have to worry about it getting lost as it's saving, and I usually just set it to save and close. But if you really wanted to, you can choose a separate folder to save it in. But I'm just going to save and close because I already made a copy of the files that I wanted to change. And I'm going to press OK. And what you should see now is that each of these files are going to open up and should automatically run these actions. And it closed it for me, and it saved it for me. So let's check and see the folder that I saved to the desktop, if they actually desaturated. And it looks pretty darn good to me. All of them are high contrast now. They're all desaturated. And if I wanted to, I could even adjust them to be 300 DPI, or whatever image size that feels most appropriate to whatever it is that you need to do. And of course, since you're batching, not all of them are going to be perfect. I certainly wouldn't have made him that dark. But if you know that they're all taken in the same context and you can probably do big sweeping changes to all of them, then go for it. It's definitely a time saver. But look for things that are a little bit different so that you can put them in a separate folder so you don't get this kind of editing issue. And that's it. I hope you enjoy batching. It's really easy. It's a huge time saver. And if you get into the habit of doing this immediately after taking a roll, you'll have a lot fewer, many fewer? Excuse me. You'll have a great deal less error in terms of your DPI. So you go to Window, Actions, New Action, Record, do whatever you want, stop it, and then File, Automate, Batch. And that's it. Enjoy.